So there's a couple of different grips. What I'm going to work on now is the seatbelt grip. So whether I have my hands in the collar, whether I have my hands cupped together, there's two concepts I work. Number one, if my hands are dead in front of my partner, it's easier for my partner to hand fight. Number two, I'm not actually touching my partner's back. My partner can sleep down to the left and the right because I'm just holding chest to chest. So what I'm trying to do is I'm trying to get my hand so that I'm pinning one of the shoulders to my chest, not both. This means that her escape mechanic, if she goes to escape, puts it pretty much into the choke. So when I see the seatbelt grip, I see a lot of people, they're kind of squeezing here. If I squeeze here by default, my elbows flare. And that gives you the space to move left or right, up or down and collapse. So what I'm trying to do from here is the seatbelt, so the hand that's over gets trapped and pulled under, and I pull the shoulder in nice and tight from here. What my partner's going to do is generally they're going to hand fight. So from here is I'm going to go shoot my hand up. I'm going to either try and go my gi or their gi. My gi or their gi. From here. I go back to my grip. This is the hardest part. Fall to the side and put your leg up onto the hip. I'm not on my back, I'm on my side. Secondly, punch you in the face. The leg comes over, cross your feet. So technically her hand should be on the outside, which gives me access to the armbar. My knees are flared. This means that if Mel tries to sit up, I've got the control. It also means that from here, I can flare my knees to get the armbar without actually applying the armbar off. Some of you guys will not be able to butterfly your legs as far as I can. It's part of my superpowers. So everyone has their own superpower. Mine, so I can spread my knees really wide. Only thing that's ever helped me is jiu-jitsu. Nothing else in life. Okay, so the seatbelt goes in. We pull the shoulder in. From here, I'll go hold it my gi. My gi is better because it means that she's attached. To me, if I'm on her gi, there's detachment. So on my gi. From here, I'll fall to the side and I'll punch her in the face, but my feet are up. This means it's harder for her at all. I can grab the gi if I want to. Push, my leg comes over and cross my feet. So I want to make sure that the leg that she's going to try and push off is protected. So if she tries to put it locked into position, wherever it's here, she's going to be able to create space. Yep, so here. Now, flare your knees, double up on the arm. What I'm doing is, as I'm flaring my knees, I'm running my hands to the end of the lever. My knees are flared super tight. That's my superpower. Thank you, Mel. Okay, in, come hither. So I'm on your back. And just move over a fraction more. So start off with the back control, seatbelt grip. So what we want to make sure is that on the seatbelt grip is the hand that comes over is protected. So that comes here, and I'll pull your shoulder into me so it's tight. Number one, my hand goes over and I hold onto my gi, thumb in. Now, from here is, I put my foot to the side, I'll fall to the side. Make sure you're on your side, not on your back, otherwise the weight's on you. Punch you in the face, thumb goes in, push away, leg comes over, double it up. Make sure that the leg on the head is protected. So if he tries to push the leg off the head, it's locked into mechanics. Where if it's not locked in, he can push it off. Here, flare your knee, so it's more I'm putting pressure onto my top knee, my left knee, and I'm holding the arm super tight. Flare, and the arm bar's pretty much coming on. Now, ideally, I want to take him flat, so the arm's at full extension, and I'm onto the wrist. So this makes the arm bar come on super tight. But the more that you're here, the less that you're here, the better it is for you. 1, 2, 3, go. Please even look at the Okay, so let's just have a look at the armbar again. And what I'm noticing is some of you are having a little bit of trouble getting that leg around the head. You're kind of not getting that knee in position and clearing it. So if we're here, once again, pull it in, grab hold of it. So the more that I sit down to my side, the better this is for me. What I'm seeing, the more that she's here on me, this is really hard to get my leg over the head. The more that my shoulders are past 90 degrees. When I'm this way, this is really easy to get my leg over the head. So one of the issues is that you're falling too much onto your back side, not your 90-degree side. But that's hard to do, hard to control when your partner's falling on you and pushing you, because that's the escape as well. So this is option number 2, to go into the entrance position for the armbar. And this will make it a little bit better. So we're going to go here instead. What I'm doing this time is I go seatbelt grip and I hand fight. And what I'm going to do is hold the hand here. So how to get here? Okay, so I go seatbelt grip, she goes, and I'm just going to hand fight. So I'm going to keep this plugged in. Now what I'm going to do for me is my hand comes over and I form a frame. Because I do have a bit of space now between a shoulder, I can now go hip escape 1 and make a fall into the valley. Let's have a look at that again. So anytime that I can get like a one-on-one here, for me, right, I come over, I'll fall to the side, and what I'm going to do from here is this: I got my frame so she can't put a weight on me. Hip escape, and she's almost going to drop into the valley. This makes it so much easier. And now all I do is I go from here, I've got a wrist lock, I've got the armbar. As she tries to sit up, because that's a counter, I just flare my knees. So you're going to find that this is a bit better entrance into the armbar if you're having trouble holding your partner, if you're having trouble getting the leg over the head. For those of you that have short legs, this is a better option for you. With that little hip escape, you're going to find you're going to get your leg over the head a bit better. In, come hither. So once again, the back control, what I want to do is go here, seatbelt grip, grab it, hand fight, got it, full frame. Hip escape, drop me in the valley, and now this is going to be really easy to get. So just a hip escape, drop in the valley here. So if you have a look at the mechanic, I have like a figure 4 grip, a Kimura grip on the arm. I'm not letting go. What I'm going to do for this is I'm going to try and put both of my feet onto the ground and flare my knees and pull the arm out. So this is kind of like I'm doing a Kimura armbar. So I don't have to let go here. So feet, what I do is I try to put my feet on the ground and I pull in. So then I can now cycle this to an armbar if I need to, but most people are going to tap from here anyway. The thing that I like about this is, let's just say that Ian gets his hands together, and I'm like, man, this guy's uber strong. Okay, so watch, you got it in, you've been uber strong. Leg off the head, knee behind, kick, and we're straight to it allows me to go to the back control again and a choke. The flow from the armbar, here, kick, the choke, armbar. Too strong, you had his Wheaties this morning. Here, so it's this one on the head that kicks him. Position, and I'm back into back control again, and I've got my choke. You'll then go and choke, disengage, flick over, and now we should be back to the armbar. So you can actually flow these two together, the back control, the back choke, and the back armbar really well. 1, 2, 3, go. On your back, on my mount, head facing that way.
You sanitize your hands, so my hands.
Make sure they're tight. Private joke.
You had to be here last week for that one. Everyone else is doing it.
Put pants off. The go past that we did. I just sanitised my hands and I was like, oh my gosh, she sanitised his hands, what's going on? Made sure her pants are tied up nice and tight.
That's fine. Now, as long as someone's getting
Okay, guys. Okay, open up from here. When I'm doing this, I pull it open, hand goes in past the neck, I put pressure, so I'm punching the shoulder from here. This means that it's hard for her to bridge along that way, which would be her escape because my weight's on it. Does that make? So I pretty much know which way she's going to try and roll or try and frame. So as she tries to get out of that from here, post, come up. Make sure in S-mount I am exceptionally heavy for my weight. Come around this side. Thumb. In, and what I'm doing is I'm going onto the throat and I'm compressing the throat. I'm not trying to do an X choke or a cross collar choke. I'm really sorry. I'm grabbing, so my palm is on her throat and I'm rolling, I'm chopping into it. This is a horrible choke.
Is this on the windpipe or the...
Yeah, no, I'm kind of crushing the carotid. Okay. I get a really good view of our Mel's face from here. And I would take the arm off. So she defends. Sooner or later she's going to take the arm. So sorry. Fuck's sake.
It's not a trampoline.
1, 2, get behind the elbow, make sure that I'm bringing my feet in so I have a good post, S-mount. I come through, I grab it, and I'm pushing it to front. The instant that I see the separation of the hands, armbar. Now, this is the key, right? I'm pretty good to cross my feet and go to the armbar from there, which is what we're going to practice to start with. You're going to find that they're going to get their hands together every now and then. I will deal with this shortly. Right, so I understand that that is an issue. I will come back and I will deal with this shortly, okay? Ian, come in. Oh, thank you, Mel. Onto your back, buddy. You want on my back? Okay, so once again, the way that I often find this is really hard to get my hand in the collar. So if I can lift the collar, I get my hand in and I punch the shoulder. So he's only got one way he's going to roll. And if he doesn't, from here, I walk my knee up from here, come over, S-mount, and I'm going to go. So what I'm doing from here is I'm trying to get my forearm or my palm onto, and see what's happening. You see what's happening? Now, I've kept my left hand in. If Ian pulls the arm out, the arm out, I'm still in the game. The choke's solid. So it's wrapping the arm with your right arm, your left arm stays in as a backup plan. 1, 2, 3. There's a couple things on the arm bar that are going to put you in a better position or worse position. And like I said, the entry is more important than the finish. If you don't get a good entry, you're not going to get a good finish. Mount onto your back. Okay, space is either my best friend or my worst enemy. So when I do this, right, I need to get my hips as far under the armpits as I can. The reason being, I'm going to explain. If I get the arm and I do this from low, when I do the arm bar, her elbow by default is already out of the equation. So what I need to do is need to make sure. So what I'm trying to do from here is when I'm lifting and I'm punching, now just focus that. If Mel's hands are below my arms, I'm just going to choke you. You can't defend the choke if your hands behind the scene. So if I get to the stage where you're like framing and I'm on your neck, I'm like, I want the armbar. I'm going to let go of the choke to get an armbar. No, choke him. It's her job to put her arms in to defend herself. Most important thing, defend yourself at all times. Go, protect yourself. Go. So 1, 2 from here. So she defends. So the part that I see people have issues with is I want to climb up. So I want to climb up. Watch what this does. Right, towards the ear. So I go post, so all my weight's on this side, which means my right knee is light. Move my right knee, kill it, switch. So I'm technically sitting on her chest and our elbow is in my belly button. So it's very hard for her to pull the arm out now because I've got it trapped in. Especially if I start coming over to do my choke. I'm really sorry, Mum, I'm trying not to be, yeah. So from here, now this is the part, right? My anchor hand is my left hand. I said anchor, not W. Okay, from here, it's just put all my weight onto my right hand. I'm not lifting up. Put all my weight onto my right, and I'm trying to be like, but I'm actually quite heavy here. Put all my weight onto my right hand. This means I can transition without lifting my hips up off the ground. Sit. I've still got my choke on. Right now I analyse, I'm going to tap my leg off head. I analyse, do I want the choke or do I want the arm bar? And it's going to be up to you guys to decide. I like to scoop with this hand. And that way, if I do fail the arm bar, I can go back to the choke because the choke's still on. If I get to the arm bar and I commit 100% to the arm bar and her hands are together, I'm like, man, I'm still going to kick the arm. It's so deep. And I'm not actually trying to put it on, like it's so deep. So the thing that I want you guys to concentrate on is you're sliding underneath the armpit and you're posting on your hand to step around the head. The two things that are going to improve your arm bar out of sight. Ian, jump onto your back. Thank you, Matt. How do you feel? So you should feel like you're about 100 kilo when you're on the S mount. And if you're 100 kilo, you should feel like you're 150 kilo. If you're 150 kilo, that's enough, donkey, okay? So from here, lift it up, hand goes in, collar choke, punch, slide my weight this way, which means that my right knee is light. It also means I'm in the choke position. Slide my right knee, come up, switch. I'm here. Bring it in. If he tries to get the arm out of the equation, put my weight onto my right hand, put my weight onto my right hand. Kind of irrelevant now, it's kind of where you want to be. Here, that makes this leg nice and light, so I don't have to sit up to bring my leg over. Does that make sense? Wherever I'm here, I don't have a balance point, so I'm here. Scoop. If I'm going to commit 100% to the arm bar now, I double it up. If I feel, man, it's not where I am, I let it go, my hand goes straight back to the collar, and I'm back onto the choke. He has to defend it, back on the arm bar. I can play this kind of, you know, and now, I'm going to win that fight. 1, 2, 3. Let's get you move over here a little bit. I don't know where this is going to go, it's crazy. Make this shit up on the fly. Okay. I'm joking. Okay, so mount position, grab the collar, open up the collar, punch it from here. She goes to defend it with the arm bar, so punch it over, knee slice high, come down, switch, arm bar, cup your hands together, nice and tight. So I'm trying this, but she's got her hands together, I commit to it. Watch carefully, this is it. My hand's going to grab my gear as hard as I can, and she's fighting for her life to try and stop the arm bar. Post, here, kick, take the back, grab the arm. Now, I've got both arms, so I can choose which side for the flow. 1, block it out. 2, arm bar from here. Right, so as I try to do the arm bar, she's got the good defense again, so I'm having trouble. So I disengage, kick the head, boom, go to here. So I've got my back choke. Male hip escapes away from me twice. 1, 2, I go to what position? Start it again. So it's a really nice, I get to move around my partner. I get to take both chokes and arm bars, and it flows really well together. Move you down a bit. So one more time, guys. On the mount, open it, hand goes in here, she defends, post, boom, slide, trying to be light, boom, arm bar, got it, lift it up, kick it, switch, back control, hold the arms. Here, frame, kick the hip, frame, 1, 2, leg comes over the head, she defends the arm bar from me, I'm having trouble, grab my gi, make sure I've got an attachment, okay, kick it, knee underneath the head, switch, take the back choke, she'll hip escape away from me, 1, 2, upgrade to my mount, Open up the collar, hand goes in, rinse and repeat. 1, 2, 3.
And it all falls together.
I'm good at that. Yeah.